day of darting action is underway. Krzysztof Ratajski safely through to the last 32, beats Alexis Toilo by 3 sets to 1. Ratajski 95.32. He is through and will take on Kevin Dukes in the next round. Coming up, Andrew Gilding, former UK Open champion, takes on Martin Lukeman, a recent TV finalist. So two players who are hoping to make progress here at the Alexandra Palace. Let's head down to the stage and join John McDonald.
From the Alexandra Palace, London! It's the Paddy Power World Darts Championship, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. Both from England. Firstly, would you please welcome a Grand Slam finalist, a World Grand Prix quarter-finalist, the winner of a Challenge Tour. Ladies and gentlemen, taking part in his 3rd World Championship, it's time to meet Martin Lukeman!
Lots of family and friends, lots of local support for the man from just up the road here, Martin Lukeman, recent finalist at a Grand Slam of Darts. Bit under the weather in round 1, but he made it safely through. And they'll be hoping to make it through to post-Christmas darts here at the Palace.
I think he'll be happy about the fact that he's been tested in this tournament a little bit, and now he's going to be tested again.
Taking part in his 6th World Championship, the winner of the UK Open, Goldfinger, Andrew Gilding!
Of course you did, Mr. Organised.
I get that everywhere I go, Mr. Regimented, Mr. Organised. But
we're all jealous, Nico, that's all it is, we're all jealous.
I don't buy into that. I think sometimes you've just got to be ready for the biggest tournament of the year and make sure that you haven't got any exterior distractions. We are 100% invested in the rest of today before we have a little break for Christmas, and then come December the 27th, tournament number 2 starts. And you want to be there as a fan, as a player, as someone who works on the exteriors, like we are on stage left, with one of the best views of anybody in the world when it comes to matches like this. We're ready, and we're ready to see if Martin Lukeman can establish favouritism at the early portion of this game, because he's the favourite with most people coming into this match.
Yeah, it is an interesting matchup for sure. Two players just going through their final warm-up set. A race to 3 sets, 3 legs needed to win a set. You are listening to coverage of the PDC World Darts Championship on talkSPORT 2 with Village Hotels. Hit the bullseye this Boxing Day at the best place to watch live sport. And the best place to listen to live sport is talkSPORT on Boxing Day. We've got 10 live commentaries, 8 of them exclusively live from the Premier League and another 2 exclusively live from the EFL. We've got you covered. Might need the talkSPORT app though to listen to them all. In fact, you will need the talkSPORT app. Hopefully you've got it by now and you won't miss any of the action. Yes, fear not, last day of darts pre-Christmas. 8 games, we've already brought one of them to you, another 6 to come after this one as well. And we get 3 days off and then we'll be back for every dart live from the Palace.
Well, one of the good things about having the talkSPORT app is the fact that if you get a new smart device over Christmas and you then switch devices, it'll automatically be there. So just in case you get a new smart device, make sure it's on the existing one.
Wise words from a wise man. If only there were another 2 wise men to go with you in this commentary box, but never mind.
I'm sure I can find at least 3 more, if not 4.
Lukeman, he has the throw. Start of this first set.
Always been in fine voice over the last few days. It has I know they've been in for a bit of stick a couple of the days of the tournament, but they have been a rather remarkable audience.
The crowd been fantastic. I made a reference on social media an hour or so ago. I think the fancy dress take-up now has got to be near enough 100%. I think if you turn up not in fancy dress, you're the odd one out now.
Correct, absolutely correct. I think the tickets that they get, they're going to have to say fancy dress is mandatory.
Yeah. You see them all every morning walking up that big hill outside Alexandra Palace. Marching up it they are to get to see the darts and have a great time pre-Christmas.
Yeah, just going through the tube station this morning and you see a monk going through the ticket barrier before you think, oh, I've got off at the right stop then. Well, Lukeman is at stop number 90. Gilding is not going to get off at 147. 2 single 20s just above the 60 segments. Last dart is a really good one. Treble 19 to leave 50, with Lukeman maybe needing the 50 segment to end the leg.
Yeah, well, is it single 20? Can he just land one above it and get to double 5? No, so it is the bullseye to hold throw in the opening leg of the match. And he's missed it. Well, we saw in the last match, the first leg was the only break until the last leg of the match. So every leg crucial here. And it's 10 for tops for Gilding. Now he's back down to double 10. Oh, wow, that was a horrendous last dart there from Gilding.
He might not throw a worse dart in this entire match, as Lukeman goes for double 8 on a 25 checkout. Has to recompose for double 4. Dart didn't feel comfortable in his hand. He resets. Almost finds it, just misses it on the outside. So Gilding is back at the top of the board now, this time on double 5 in the first leg of the contest.
Yeah, the 21 seed just about half an inch too high. Can he adjust? No, he can't. Well, those 3 were getting further away, Andrew Gilding.
2 4s for the Grand Slam finalist. Misses inside and low, then high on the double 2. The double 1 missed drastically low. Early game nerves. Didn't expect this.
No. 11 darts already have been and gone at the double. Gilding double 5. There we go. No thumbs up though from Gilding. Well, they both looked around rather sheepishly, as if to say, that wasn't great, but Gilding has an early break.
Yeah, I think Goldfinger was looking over at Mrs. Goldfinger saying, well, it's a leg win, and I suppose that's the name of the game, isn't it? Whether it's in 25 darts, 15 darts, 10 darts, or hopefully at one point today we might get a second 9-darter.
Well, we have had a 9, and we should have had 3 more. Double 12 has defied Damon Heta, defied Luke Littler, and yesterday it defied Martin Schindler.
If all 4 players had found the corresponding double, the title sponsors would have been writing checks for £720,000.
60.
Silver barrels with the black stems for Martin Lukeman. Andrew Gilding plays with darts that you might have found down the local pub about 20 years ago. Big, bulbous, brass-looking things they are.
Yeah, he's got a bit of a style about them. He's actually got gold points on the end of the gold barrels now. He's getting it bourgeois now, isn't he? He's got about 3 or 4 grooves towards the top of the barrel. It's a Zeppelin shape, so it's wider in the middle of the barrel than at any other point. The grip is at the top, that's where he holds it. It's got a fabulous, uncomplicated action, but uses a carbon fibre stem and a moulded flight with a little fleck of gold in it, and predominantly black in colour. But we have a rarity in this match where 2 players are using kite-shaped flights. That doesn't happen every day. It's quite rare.
Yeah. Well, Gilding on 144, Lukeman 186. First set of the match. Race to 3 for a place in round 3. And some post-Christmas festivities here at the Palace.
You think if we had darts on Christmas Day here, there would be a big uptake on it, like they do in the NFL?
I think if you had darts on the moon, there'd be a big uptake on it.
170.
You cannot get a ticket. You cannot. I'm not bothered how much money you've got today. You can't get a ticket to get in here. Tops for a 2-0 lead for Andrew Gilding. More like it, right in the middle. And it is 2-0. Joking aside, I know, look, obviously they keep a couple of tickets back here and there for maybe some unexpected guests. They have not even got any of those left.
That's correct.
100.
So if you're planning on getting in touch with us to see if you can get in after Christmas, we can tell you definitively that's not going to happen. When they went on sale, they were gone in an hour.
80.
All of them. And we've had a very cosmopolitan audience as well. People from Europe, people from North America, people from further afield. It's going to be fascinating to see what the audiences are like after Christmas, and I suppose who's going to be here on the stage. George Noble, referee of this match. There were mutterings this week that next year might be his last World Championship. He's flanked today by ever-present board official and Pro Tour manager, that is Scott Gibling, and Charlie Gardner on the left, son of
100.
Darts Regulation Authority Vice Chairman Richie Gardner, who is a former dart player himself.
Gilding at the hockey. He's behind on the Lukeman throw here. Only 60 for Gilding. He's down at 2-2-1. Is that Kenny off Southpaw? Which one was that? I
Just seen Cartman.
Cartman. There you go. I don't watch enough TV, obviously.
60.
Apparently I watch too much. I listen to more radio though, especially during the Christmas period. 107 for Lukeman. He's 2-0 down in this first set to the 21 seed Gilding. Is this going to be a thumbs up from Gildor? He's just let us down. It's only a 140, but it's 81 for the set if Lukeman doesn't take the first ton plus finish right here on 107.
Well, he's hit the 57, so that leaves him 18 for double 16 and a 107 hold of throw.
91.
Well, that's another missed start. That's 7 in total now.
Single 19 for Andrew. Single 12 leaves the bull for the set. Oh, he's pinged it right in the bottom right corner. The dart holds on for dear life, and it's all smiles for Gilding. First set to the man in black and gold. He is seeded, he's under threat, but he's got the better start, and Smash is off the stage already, trying to reset for set 2. It's maybe a set he'll have to win when we return, because Gilding has 1 set to love up here on talkSPORT 2 at the PDC World Darts Championship.
talkSPORT 2 official.
Championship will take place today, already through to the last 32. Krzysztof Ratajski, the 31C, beats the Filipino qualifier Alexis Toilo by 3-1. Ratajski will face Kevin Dutz in the third round. Andrew Gilding is a set to the good against Martin Lukeman. If he goes on to win, will take on Nathan Aspinall in the third round. Josh Rock, winner on the European Tour this year, and a Players' Championship title as well under his resume this year. He is going to face Rhys Griffin, I was really impressed with on debut. And to round off the afternoon session, Johnny Clayton, fancied by many, especially now some of the bigger names have fallen by the wayside, takes on Mickey Mansell. Tonight, Jan van Veen takes on Ricardo Pietreczko. Daryl Gurney against Florian Hempel. Dave Chisnell against Rapid Ricky Evans. And Rob Cross takes on his practice mate, Scott Williams, in the final game pre-Christmas. Mark Wilson and Paul Nicholson with you. Andrew Gilding, despite missing a host of doubles in the opening leg, has since been pretty decent, taking out 54 and 81. Takes out the opening set 3-0, and Martin Lukeman with some work to do here.
You know what they say about you're only as good as your last game? Well, how about Andrew being as good as his last couple of legs? Because 3 dots at doubles, 2 hits, that's more like it, and he's been able to forget what happened as far as misses at double are concerned when it came to leg 1. So Smash has got to get in this game pretty quickly, or he might find himself in a very similar situation to the last couple of years in the last 64. I was saying to Mace this morning, Mark, I don't know how you feel about this, but I think he's had pretty fortunate draws in the first round, his first 3 years as a pro. He's had Nobuhiro Yamamoto of Japan, he's had Hopai Pua of New Zealand, and Nitin Kumar of India. Not being disrespectful to those guys, but people have had worse draws than that 3 years in a row. But he has lost to Schindler and Heta in the next round, the next couple of years. So when things have got a little bit tougher towards Christmas time, Lukeman has not found a win. So this is a big match for him.
Certainly is. Gilding with a throw, leads a set to 0. He's on 1-4-3. Lukeman was looking for 3 treble 19s. Hit 2 and a single 7, so not yet down to a finish. Gilding with the throw then, he's on 1-4-3. Falls below the treble, then above it, would like a treble here. And goes in the end for the outer bull to leave a manageable finish of 78.
I can really get behind that use of the bullseye with the last off from Gilding. To get below 80 with the 25. Great approach from Lukeman, even though he made a tactical error in his previous visit. We'll let that slide, but Gilding might not, as he goes for 78. Single 18 and a single 20 is good. How's his tops? Misses it left and just underneath. It almost hit the 5. Pulled it, and Lukeman does get a look at 48 for the first leg of the second set.
Yeah, missed 7 darts at double so far, make that 8. 1 left in his hand. 9th time lucky. Martin Lukeman on the board with an early break in set 2.
I was having a conversation recently at Steve West's wedding. Steve has made good runs at Alexandra Palace before. A lot of people at that wedding know Martin Lukeman. And we were talking about the possibility of if you were going to throw a dart player into a situation just to dispel a situation, who would you want? People said Dave Honey, who's a player from the Midlands who has a 6th dan black belt in karate. But everybody said Martin Lukeman, because he's the kind of guy who is cuddly and he's brilliant and he's selfless. But if you need him in a rough situation, he'd be able to handle it. This is a pretty rough situation. He's 1 set to love down. I wonder how he handles this.
I'd have gone for the black belt fella myself, but never mind.
Yeah, Dave's pretty handy.
3-4-2 Lukeman, Gilding 280. 1 set to 0 Gilding, 1 leg to 0 Lukeman.
93.
If Martin Lukeman was a footballer, you'd stick him in the holding position, like Sandro Tonali or Claude Makelele. Great 180, first thumbs up for Gilding. He'll be hoping for plenty more of those. That 180 leaves him on 100 to equalise at 1-1 in the second set. Lukeman back on 249.
57.
I wonder if anyone's checked on our colleague Dan Dawson, who is a huge Goldfinger fan, and he Got to interview him on the settee downstairs earlier on, and probably one of the highlights of his life.
Everybody needs a goal in life. Well, Gilding's just missed 100 on double 19, believe it or not. Single 5, got the treble 19, missed the double 19 high, so he will come back for 19 here. And he does like certain doubles. It'll be fascinating to see what Andrew does here on 19.
Well, with Lukeman on and on finish, I'm surprised he even went for it. Well, now he's left double 1 because he's hit big 17. And he's bust his score. I think that was... He obviously hit big 5 from 100 to leave 95, which is treble 19, double 19. Having hit the treble, Lukeman's not on a finish. Surely you just square that off.
Yeah, Andrew's more of a route 1 kind of guy, but this is route 1 for 96 for Lukeman. Treble 20 and double 18 hit. It's 2-0. He makes Goldfinger pay. Just call Lukeman James Bond. Hasn't done the job yet. There's going to be one more break in this match, post set 2. Lukeman wants that to be after this leg. talkSPORT 2 is the home of darts on the radio, and now darts on YouTube as well, because you can watch us as we're calling this game in.
Yeah, thanks to everyone that's liked and subscribed so far, as Lukeman pounces on an opening 60 from Gilding with a 134. Yeah, you can watch us along. You see all the videos that we get with all the winners here at the Alexandra Palace. They're all there. No Gary Anderson interview, though, because he didn't make it through.
Indeed. And you know what, this time of year, Nige, it's okay to be a little bit sentimental, because our friend that we lost in the last couple of years, Nigel Pearson, was a great supporter of this sport, a great caller, great friend. This is the right day to say, last Christmas I gave you my dart. It wouldn't be Christmas if we didn't say that line, because Nige said it every year, and we miss him terribly.
We do. Yeah, thoughts with his family and friends, as ever. Here, Lukeman is making good progress here. Another 2 treble 19 visit has him down to 175. Gilding fighting to save the set here. He's on 3-2-2.
When Ratajski was winning his last set against Toilo, he averaged 115 in that final set. Remarkable stuff. Only 25 points behind Littler's average from a couple of days ago. But this here is much better from Smash. 96 in this set compared to mid-80s. Actually, it was low 80s in that first set. So it's 90 points for a 3-0 set to take us to 1-1.
No pressure whatsoever from Gilding. Lukeman, who's gone out in 48 and 98. 96, sorry, he's now looking. Oh, that's a great treble 16 then to leave a shot at double 12. Misses a dart for the set, but he's got the comfort blanket of knowing he'll be back.
Martin looked a little bit edgy in the first set. He doesn't anymore. It's amazing what a couple of doubles will do for your demeanour. He's coming back for double 12 with Gilding on 102 now after that 2 treble visit.
This for the set then, to level us up at 1-1. Double 12, no fuss, no nonsense. Smashes it in, the double 12. And we're all level after 2 sets here. The 2 players go off. Lukeman looks furious with himself. I'm not sure why. Just put in a really good leg in which he averaged 94 near enough in the set. And we're all level. We're at race to 3 here at the Alexandra Palace. It's Gilding 1, Lukeman 1.
talkSPORT 2, official broadcast partner of the English
Christmas is well and truly on, and what better way to spend the day than with us here on talkSPORT 2. 8 second-round ties at the PDC World Darts Championship. Krzysztof Ratajski already through, 3-1 winner over Alexei Toilo earlier on. Josh Rock is taking on the debutant Rhys Griffin. That could be an absolute cracker in Game 3. And we round off the afternoon with a ferret, Johnny Clayton, taking on Mickey Mansell, recent semi-finalist at the Grand Slam of Darts. We're back tonight from 7. Jan van Veen, one of the brightest young talents in the game, takes on Pikachu, Ricardo Pietrezco. Daryl Gurney, something of a resurgence for him of late, takes on the German Florian Hempel. Dave Chisnell's not been in great form. He takes on rapid Ricky Evans, who told talkSPORT 2 the other night he should be in the top 16 in the world. And Rob Cross, former winner here in 2018, takes on his practice partner and good mate Scott Williams to round off the pre-Christmas action. Game 2 of the day is well and truly underway, and there's nothing between Andrew Gilding and Martin Lukeman. 1 set each, both winning 3 legs, both 25% on their doubles, both averaging in the 80s. Both can improve, and both will improve. Paul Nicholson.
I believe that both players will improve, as we've now got 3 sets to go potentially. Just one thing on Ricky Evans, by the way, because we will get onto that. It's amazing how delirious some people are around this time of year, and Ricky Evans has barely been a top 32 player, so maybe get real a little bit. And when he comes back tonight, if he doesn't play well, he will lose. And yeah, we'll get onto that. We've got to be really honest about Ricky's words.
Fair enough. Paul Nicholson giving us his opinion. We'll hear more from him and Mace throughout the day. They're here every step of the way here at the Alexandra Palace. Rhys Griffin, we're just watching pictures of him warming up ahead of his tie with Josh Rock. I think he's got half a chance, Rhys Griffin, on debut. Beat Karel Sedlacek, averaged over 91. He was pretty good. 2-time development tour finalist. It was interesting, you talk about realism. We interviewed Rhys Griffin, you can watch it on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Said he's struggled first year as a pro. He's struggled, he's found it really hard. It's not, people think it's all rock and roll and glamour. I've been lucky enough to be in and around the tour a bit more this year. It is anything but at times, isn't it?
I think what Rhys has told us is something very honest, and it's not what you'll hear from most people. They'll say, yeah, the tour's hard, but it's great. There are times when it's hard, and it's not fun waking up in the morning not knowing when you're playing next. I think what he's doing at the minute, it's the fruits of the labour is what it is. It's been a tough year, but Rhys has shown a lot of maturity very recently by making the World Series of Darts finals, by getting here. That in itself is a win on his first year with the tour. This might just give him the injection that he needs to kick on a little bit more. I'm a big fan of Rhys Griffin. I think he's very mature and very talented. He's got all the tools to progress even further. I wish him well.
Lukeman raced the 3 sets. Lukeman has the throw in set 3. You are listening to coverage of the PDC World Darts Championship on talkSPORT 2 with Village Hotels. Hit the bullseye this Boxing Day at the best place to watch live sport, and as I said earlier, the best place to listen to it on Boxing Day is undoubtedly talkSPORT. We've got 8 live and exclusive Premier League commentary starting at 12:30. Man City, Everton. We've got Bournemouth against Crystal Palace, that's live on the app. Chelsea, Fulham, Newcastle, Villa, Forest, Tottenham, Southampton, West Ham, Wolves, Manchester United, and Liverpool, Leicester. Chuck in Derby, West Brom, and Stoke, Leeds, and that's 10. Yes, 10 live games on Boxing Day alone, all part of the festive 50.
3 months ago, if you'd said Man City v Everton, you'd say guaranteed 2 points for Man City. At the minute,
well,
you're thinking
3. They haven't been deducted any yet, Paul.
I don't know, Everton, if they win on Boxing Day, what are people going to start talking about at Man City next? Well, this game is tied at 1 set all. Gilding's in the 60 from 320 here. Hasn't had a second maximum yet, but he'll take that ton to leave 220. Lukeman in control on the throw here.
I thought that was a Sean Dyche lookalike then when you were talking about Everton, who popped up on the big screen. Looked a bit like Sean Dyche. Nice visit, Lukeman. I think he's just starting to kick into gear here. I think Andrew Gilding needs to be careful over the next couple of legs. This game could quickly get away from him.
Correct. And the one thing that Lukeman really has experience of recently is long format darts. When he was motoring through the Grand Slam of darts, playing best of 31, he's got reps in the tank. He's got 71 here. Single 13, hurdles to the single 18 and hurdles to the tops without success on dart number 3. Misses tops slightly high. Gilding on 136. This is for a break of throw, and he's got the 60 right in the centre. Second dart gives it company. Double 8. Not golden, but he did clip the wire just on the wrong side.
Moved the wire, didn't he? He was that close. Tops then for Lukeman. And tops he hits. So Lukeman, who lost the opening 3 legs of the match, has won the subsequent 4 legs, and he's in front. 1 set each. 1 leg to 0 for Lukeman.
Throughout 2024, people have said that the name Luke has been used for new boys born because of darts, because of Littler, because of Humphries. But if Martin Lukeman was to win this game,
59.
we would have all the Lukes from the tournament in post-Christmas darts. Luke Littler, Luke Humphries, Luke Woodhouse and Martin Lukeman.
59.
We've got quite a few Geordies coming back after Christmas, haven't we?
3 of them. Yeah, Callan Rid's through. He got through yesterday, played fabulously against Martin Schindler.
99.
Chris Dobie was excellent, and Ryan Joyce was brilliant against Danny Nopper, finishing of the highest quality.
Yeah. Speaking of Chris Dobie, he will take on the winner of our next game. That is Josh Rock against Rhys Griffin.
He won't care how he plays, he's just glad to be back. I think there's a bit of pressure on Johnny Clayton a little bit later on today, because he's defending 50,000 ranking points. Somewhat forgotten in the melee of Van Gerwen defending 200,000 and Michael Smith having lost 485,000. He's going to be outside the top 16 at the end of this tournament. A reset needed for Bully Boy.
99.
Yeah, certainly is. Certainly is. Here, 2-2-1 Gilding. Lukeman against the throw. He's on 248 and he's weighing in here. Knocks 140 off his score.
Lukeman's best average in a World Championship match is 94.52. That is in a defeat to Martin Schindler a couple of years ago. Still not finding his A-grade stuff on the Ali Pali stage, but he's grinding things out. 108 here. He's got 419s, which leaves double 16 for the second leg, and he's missed it wildly right. Is he back? It's likely with Gilding on 144.
Yeah, Lukeman nearer the treble than the double. The 144 could be on right in the heart of the red pit, but can't follow it in. Frustration for Gilding.
96.
Leaves 48, but will he be back? Double 8 for Martin Lukeman for a 2-0 lead in set 3. Inside the double 8. Cross for double 4. Inside double 4. Down for double 2. Bit of emotion from Smash as he goes 2-0 up in the third set.
Just looking out to the VIP section at the minute, there's a lot of friends there for Martin Lukeman, but I do not see his wife today. She has been ill.
93.
She has been in and out of hospital, and Martin will desperately want to be back after Christmas and play in front of her once again. She is by far his biggest motivation, and he has had a brilliant season. 2022 was excellent. He made a Euro Tour final in Munich when he lost to Luke Humphries, who at that time was winning his very first one.
57.
He made his debut at the match play, made his debut at the World Grand Prix, made his debut at the Worlds. 2023 wasn't as good for personal reasons, and it transcribed into his darts. Gilding with another thumbs up to lead 2-2-1. Lukeman back on 351, but Lukeman has responded this year with a final at the Grand Slam and a quarter-final at the UK Open.
Yeah, the response here as well. It was a bit of a half-hearted thumbs up from Goldfinger there.
Yeah, I'm going to give that a 4.5 out of 10.
Yeah, come on, man, you've just hit a maximum. Well, he was going to hit another one then. He was in the red bit.
140.
Maybe he's just saving his strength. He might need it a little bit later in the match for a more hearty thumbs up.
Well, he's in with a chance here to break the Lukeman throw, because after 9 darts, Gilding is down to 81. Lukeman is just checking his numbers.
58.
Only 58 scored, so 81 then for a break back.
We'll go for the treble 19. Well, the man in glasses from Bungay in Suffolk. He gets the treble 19. Now needs double 6 with the last dart. Misses it low and right of the requisite bed. Lukeman has a chance for the set on 153.
Yeah, this would hurt. Not going to go out though. A shake of the head. Single 20, treble 19. So 77 scored. Just over half the score he needed. And then it's double 18. Decent to leave tops.
That wasn't smash. That was flash. Now, Bungay's finest is on double 3. And he's only got 1 dart left for it. He does find it though. That is a beautiful dart from Goldfinger, because that was full of pressure and not an easy thing to hit with a dart in the way. Perfectly measured for 2-1 down in the 3rd set. Now, one thing we've got to say about Lukeman, for anybody who has not seen him play before, is he's got a right-handed action, a very violent throw as well, throws it really hard, but he's got a left eye dominant throw, so he brings the dart back to his left eye, then slings it
96.
in a cross-handed way, a bit like Bobby George used to do in the early 80s towards the 90s, and actually still does at exhibitions now. But the reason they call him smash is because of the way he throws the dart. He gives it a real hoik. Gilding is a classic throw. Right eye dominant, right forearm is perpendicular to the roof, straight back and forward. It's an absolute dream.
Gilding 276, Lukeman 305. You're live on talkSPORT 2. Mark Wilson and Paul Nicholson bringing you all the action here at the Alexandra Palace. Mason Dance will be back for Rock against Griffin. And then we round off the afternoon session with Johnny Clayton against Mickey Mansell.
I do believe Rhys Griffin was looking for a new nickname before this tournament as well. And I think he should be called the Myth, because he's called Griffin. It's a mythical creature. Any thoughts on that? Not sold, is it?
Nah, no, it's not working for me. It's not working.
All right, we'll come back to that. Back to the drawing board.
Yeah, we'll. No idea is a bad idea and all that, but it's a no from me. Gilding is down to 76. It is on his own throw. This would level up the set at 2-2. Gets the feeling there's not going to be a lot in this game. Treble 20 for double 8. 1 out, 1 in, hopefully. Yes. 2-2, so 2 legs on the spin. This is now a very big leg in this match. Martin Lukeman has the throw. He will be favourite to win it, but should he lose it, Gilding would start set 4 with the throw thrown for the match.
99.
Just showing a bit more composure in this set as well. Lukeman's average in the previous set was just under 94, and his overall numbers are 88.19. This is a scrappy performance, but we know that Lukeman can win with these kind of numbers. They are very, very level. It's going to come down to the really key shots in legs like this,
60.
when it's 2 legs all. Who finds that key shot the way that Krzysztof Ratajski did in the previous match against Toilo? That's right in the middle of the treble 20 for Gilding. He drags the dart low and left into the single 5, and it's a beautiful switch to the 17s. Gets 3 of them down there, scoring 116 to leave himself on 286. Lukeman is a good dart behind.
57.
Only 57 means that Gilding has now got the throw, even though he's only the 1 point behind.
Big leg. Set play often offers up these legs of so much importance. It's not just one leg in a match play sense, it's one set on the line, and that is an entirely different thing.
Yeah, you're essentially playing for 3 legs in this leg. Smash is showing a little bit of fire at the back of the stage as he waits on 151 to win the set. Gilding with a wonderful 137. Started with the 60, ends with the 57. He's on 49. 151 for Lukeman is not going to go. How low can he go on this number? He's got 71 left with one dart. He's got to make it as useful as he can. He's only going to leave 58, but Gilding has got 49 for the set.
Goldfinger for the golden touch. 9 for tops for a 2-1 lead. Double 10. Last dart in hand. And Goldfinger strikes. 3 successive legs, takes out the third set, and now he has to throw in set 4. If he holds throw 3 times, he's going through to round 3 post-Christmas.
You cannot accuse Andrew Gilding of not having composure, because all of the momentum in set number 2 and towards the start of set 3, it was all with Lukeman. Gilding takes that set away, takes a 2-1 lead, and he's looking to get to the last 32 for the second, well, actually the third time, because back in 2016 and 2017 he made it that far, but the tournament structure was very different back then.
140s apiece, start of the opening leg of the full set. Goldfinger more than that. A 6 out of 10 on the thumbs up for that one.
That's a very generous 6, Mark. I give that about a 5.
Christmas.
Fair enough, we'll give him the VAT on that one.
There you go.
This is in as well. So is that one. He's not going to get another 180 because he's on 181. In fact, he's on 16 after 9. Sensational darts from Andrew.
Virtually unbeatable if he takes out the double 8. 180 followed by the 165. Can he follow it up with another perfect dart? Double 8, not quite. Ooh, now inside, double 4. Across the board he goes. Lukeman's got a sniff here.
Yes, he does. 130 is very makeable. Keep it straight, Martin. Small 20's okay, because he's got the 60 with dart 2. And the bullseye just missed low. The line was perfect. Just under-delivered. And Gilding breathes again at the start of set 4 on double 2.
We just hit double 3 a few legs ago down this end. Ooh, now he's on double 1. He's making a mess of this. But he gets there in the end. Gilding holds his nerve just when it looked like he was about to start wobbling. Took 6 darts. Only took him 9 to get down 485 points. The last 16 took a little bit longer.
One thing Andrew's got to do now is exactly what his namesake is, because when you are gilding something, you are putting the finishing touches onto something. And there, I'll give that one a 7. That thumbs up was much better. And his darts in the treble 20 region at the minute are very, very golden indeed.
Well, the one thing about whenever you watch Gilding, he plays his own game. It doesn't matter whether he's playing the fastest player in the world, the slowest player in the world. He plays his own game. He's an experienced campaigner, and he's playing pretty well here.
Well, if darts was a canteen full of kids, and you had 99 kids trying to play on a console in the corner, and then you've got Andrew Gilding on the other side playing a jigsaw puzzle, he's as happy as Larry. He does things his own way. I really respect that, because he's got his own process, and he's got a cult following as well, because he is quintessentially Andrew Gilding. He does things his way. He's worked very hard to get the success he's got, because I remember when he was playing for Suffolk, averaging 75 at the Burton Latimer Club in Northants, and nobody was talking about Andrew then. Nobody saw that hard work. They just thought him winning the UK Open was out of nowhere.
Well, Lukeman's just had a bounce out of the ball, or the outer ball, that would have left him on a finish. Gilding on 116. This to move within one leg of the match. Treble 20 he needs to leave double 18. He can't quite get it. Just kissed the flight as it went through. But he does get the treble on the last start. He's on double 8, and there's nothing Martin Lukeman can do. That bounce out really costly.
Yeah, this is getting very far away for Martin now. Using the 19s to perfection, needs all 3 trebles. Gets 2, then a treble 7 at the end to leave himself handily placed on 60 if Gilding has more trouble on the outer ring. Double 8 for him. No trouble. Smack bang in the epicenter of that double 8, and he's now one leg away from the next round. And when you think about who he's faced in the last 32 previously in this tournament, in 2016 he lost to Adrian Lewis by 4-0. Adrian would make the final and lose to Gary Anderson. The following year he lost 4-0 to Gary Anderson. In the last 32, Gary would lose in the final to Michael van Gerwen. So if Lukeman can get himself out of this pickle, maybe it bodes well for him. But this is a very steep uphill climb now at 2-0 and 2-1 down in sets.
Yeah, Gilding. Well, he was 2-0 down in set 3. Looked destined to be 2-1 down. He reeled off 3 on the spin, and he's won the first 2 of the 4th set as well. He's one leg away potentially, but they're all level at 305. Gilding at the hockey now, looking to reduce the target he needs. Treble 19. Another one of those would be good. That's a great visit.
It really is. I'm not going to even go there with the board management from 305. He's left a bogey number of 171. But because Lukeman's on the same number, what he did was very wise.
83.
He's saying, I'm going to take this out in 9. I'm forcing you to do it in 6. He's not going to do that because Lukeman can only leave 222.
80 scored from Gilding. Treble 17 the target.
97.
It was a rather underwhelming effort at the treble. He's 74, but he'll be back, and it will be 74 for the match.
Lukeman's averaging around about 90. Gilding a point and a half better, but he wants to make a point here for the Seeds, who have fallen a lot. Gilding has 74 to win.
27 hit, so 47 left. He hit the treble 9, not the treble 16. Treble 14. He was aiming to leave double 16. Now he's got to tidy up his score, which he does. Match start incoming, and that match start at tops falls short of the target.
Lukeman still has to find a ton plus checkout to survive. It's 101, 60 right in the middle. There's a single 9 right in the middle, and the double 16 from Smash. Ultimate brinksmanship from Lukeman, and he's not done yet, even though he is 2-1 down and still 2-1 down in legs in the 4th set. A great sign of respect from Gilding in the background, who just gave it a nod as if to say, yeah, that was impressive. Will Gilding get more match starts in leg 4?
Yeah, match start been and gone for Goldfinger, but Lukeman only 55, 83 for Gilding. Winner of this will take on Nathan Aspinall in the post-Christmas darting extravaganza that we will bring you every blow across the talkSPORT network.
It's not out of the question that Lukeman can get out of this. You don't have to win a whole cluster of legs to get out of what seems like a tough situation. Win 2 legs in a row, which these players do all the time.
Well, look at it today. 3 legs Gilding, 5 legs Lukeman, 5 legs Gilding, 1 leg Lukeman.
Yep. And that's good. Martin gets 95 from 306. He's on 2-1-1, a dart ahead of Gilding on 2-7-8. It's just really consistent from Andrew in that treble 20. He's got it twice. He's looking for thrice. Give him a slice. That's a 5th 180, and Lukeman's got none.
It's the 3rd 180 in this set. It now gives him another opportunity at 98 for the match. Lukeman on 153. He might get 2 bites at this. He might not need it. Double 19 for the match. On the outer wire, just moves along the hockey. That's 2 match starts he's had, and it won't be 3rd time lucky. So Lukeman is still alive on 153.
Well, this would be epic if he takes 153 out to take us to another leg. 60 hit, 57 came out late, and when that happens, it goes low. Gilding's got 19. This is not an easy out, but Lukeman's handily placed on 32 just in case.
3 hit, double 8 for the match. clicks the wire. That's 4 match darts been and gone. This is starting to get serious now. And it's a well-thrown dart that's a millimetre wide of the target. More drama. Lukeman to steal needs 32.
This is huge. This is just to take leg 4 of the 4th set on double 16. He finds it immediately. Now the crowd are involved, and you know how much Ali Pali loves an underdog, and he's trying to get them on side. Martin, you don't need to do that. They're already on your side. Doesn't take him very long to get here. He's from Watford, just up the road. It's 2-2 in the 4th set. Gilding's had 5 match darts, but Lukeman still has to break in this last leg to take us all the way.
He does, and it's a great start for Gilding. Can Lukeman follow him in? Not quite. 137 plays 96. Gilding with the advantage, but has missed a host of match darts here. And he's back in the red bit again. Another maximum. That's the 4th of the set he's had, and yet he's not yet won the set.
Yeah, Paris had thought that he might not win the match in this set, but is that 6th maximum from Gilding the straw that brought the camels back? The fight back from Lukeman has been brilliant. He's needed a lot of fortune, but Gilding is finding the trouble again. 80 with the first 2 from 184. Perfect rhythm, and the ton takes him to 84 for the match. Lukeman all the way back on 359. He's going to need a miracle to win this leg.
Yeah, there were plenty of misses in the opening leg of the match. There are a lot of misses in the last leg for Gilding as well. But he finds himself 84 points away. He's not going to go the bull route, I think, with Lukeman on 238. So he'll come down for a treble, can't find it. So he's setting things up here. 44. Tops he will need, and he will be back for tops.
That's the double that got him the UK Open against Michael van Gerwen last March. And it was always going to leave it. Lukeman again, 140 to leave 98 just in case. Gilding in, coming for tops to win.
5 match starts have been and gone, but the 6th one is a winning one. A smile from Andrew Gilding, who sees off Martin Lukeman, who just couldn't quite turn it around at the death. But Goldfinger, who got off to a great start, winning the opening 3 legs. He then had to stand by as Lukeman took out 5 on the spin to go 2-0 up in the 3rd set. But then cue the Gilding revival. Reeled off all 3 to go 2 sets to 1 up. Then the opening 2 is set 4, and he was a leg away. A 101 out for Lukeman after match darts were survived. Then the 32 took us to a deciding leg in the 4th set. But Goldfinger held his nerve, and he's through to round 3. Nathan Aspinall waits in the next round. Goldfinger 92.65, 6 180s, 26% on the doubles. That might be the stat that will worry him most as he goes to face Aspinall.
Yeah, I think so. But I think sometimes when you're playing your first game on the stage, yes, you just want to make it through. But in a sneaky way, talking from experience, and I think Mace would back me up here, you want to go through something that's difficult. That was not easy. Lukeman was pushing Gilding at the end, saying, if you can't finish this, I'm going to pinch this off you. And the scoring got Gilding out of jail. The last set average of 104.32, that is what I'd focus on if I were Andrew over Christmas. That was really good.
And that's with the hosts of missed doubles.
Indeed. So how high could that have been? He was on a 10-darter in the first leg, so maybe he was trying to outdo Mr. Littler on his set from the other day. But the job is done, and Gilding's going to have a very Merry Christmas.
He is indeed. He will be back to face Nathan Aspinall in round 3. Johnny Clayton against Mickey Mansell is our final game of the day. Nico and I will be back for that one, but up next could be an absolute banger, this one. Josh Rock, the 18th seed from Northern Ireland, takes on the Welsh debutant Rhys Griffin, who was outstanding in round 1. All that to come, but it's Gilding who's through. He's beaten Lukeman by 3 sets to 1.
talkSPORT 2,